Hey guys, welcome back to Transport Fever 2 on our Megalomaniac map. Um, Today, I'm hoping we get a train out. I have no idea where yet. I'm just starting to scout the map for our first train line. I do want to have it delivered to a city, I don't just want to set up a production line. So let's see what we can do. I preferably do not want to change what cities require, and obviously it would be nice if we can get a fuel line going. That should make a lot of money. I just don't see anything yet. There's a food line that could work. That's just a small town down here. Well, there's 2 food that are required. Okay, thank you. There's food down there, we don't care for that. What about stone? Do we have stone around here? There's stone. If we can put a train here that just transports the stone to that place. Can only deliver stone here, and we can't take stone back. We don't have mods for that. So... That is a problem if you play with smaller towns like we do, where you can't just deliver to one and hope it's gonna work. Actually, it needs to need 2. So we have fuel here. There's a fuel factory, fuel refinery, good. Fuel's needed there, fuel is needed here, fuel is needed out there. And up here in Knutsford. There's some oil. There's an oil refinery. There's obviously an oil refinery right here. There is oil right in front of us. So I'm in between making a route from this oil well to this oil refinery back to the oil well. That would make us money. Then throw it on a ship, have the ship drive over here up this channel to either of these cities and transport the refined oil to the fuel refinery and then bring the fuel back. I think that's an option for later in the game. Right now, I don't think we would have the money for that. So alternatively, we could take fuel or crude oil from here to this refinery, the refinery back to here, take the fuel here, and have a train just go empty this route. There's a long bridge in between here, it's not ideal, and it looks like kind of hilly terrain. That would be expensive. What's our loan doing? We can have up to 100 million. I think we should be able to make this happen. Gosh. Look at that drop. What's our usage here? 23. Ouch. 29. Yes, that will grow pretty fast, but it's not ideal. So we cannot even get 100. 100 for the first level out of this, so that's not ideal. What we have here? Down here, Hybocomb. They already want 30, that's a little better. I think, for right now, we are better off. Maybe. This is hard. Can't really figure out what I want to do. Actually, I started the stream thinking I want something easy for just half an hour tonight to see what we can do. I'm not sure if that's a real option, actually. We do need money, and we do have to start a train to make money. I don't think there's any reason to have a train between cities yet. There's not much going on. There's probably... There may be a couple lines that require a little extra help. Huh. I would also like to do trains. I don't really want to do trucks for everything, but Cromer will get a truck delivery. There's just no need to have anything different in that. We're gonna have trucks running between here. Huh. The problem is I really want to use a train. I don't want to do anything different or else right now. I think Petersfield will be great for food. There's food that's required here, Castleford, Cromer, High Wycombe, and all the way down here in Stratford. Ford? And then there's one more food required down here. So we can put a ship that brings food here and then transport that a little further. I think that is our best bet. Okay, let's get started. First, we need a little shunter road that can transport all the grain from here. We have another grain there. How many grain? Oh, there's a lot of grains around. Okay. And there's another grain here, so we could supply with trucks a little bit, or we make put a big hole in that mountain to get something done. Okay, we're gonna play on fast speed because all of this is gonna be very expensive, and well, we don't want to go bankrupt right away. This one, yeah, let's do 160 should be fine for the station. Plug that in here. You can always extend it. This is TPF2, and extending the stations is not very complicated. This one I want a little longer, just because I want to be able to send trains out. I don't see this being in need of, you know, going further in the other direction, so this can be a terminal. Tracks, I don't think will be very complicated on here. I'm gonna go with catenary. I don't actually know what train I want to put on here. What is our contour line? We are flat, so that's perfect. Let's just go here. This also means we don't need the most powerful train on this route. Okay, I kind of like this little sling there. This one, we don't actually require at this point, but we have to go down here somewhere. So, I don't think we need, for right now, I'm gonna go with we're not requiring more than one train on there, but I would like to use just one depot to start with. Okay, one, not make this complicated, make this a little straight. Let's throw a depot right in here. Beautiful, just like we meant it. I will figure out the route down to here in a second, but for right now I want to get this line started so we have some money coming in with trains. So this is grain. Gotta come up with a good naming convention here so we can figure out what we actually mean. Grain. No, it's the final production that we're bringing some to. So food. We are bringing grain from Petersville or Petersfield. Good enough. Let's not waste anything. Put this to unlimited. So we have a good train. We barely have any money right now. Excuse me. Nope, that's the wrong button. Click the button that gives us money, not the one where we pay money back. Let's start with 20 million. We have about 100 million to go, so this should get us something. What diesel do we have? Super fast. Oh, the Alco. I think a double-header Alco will be just fine. What? We're not going 120 miles per hour. We're going 80, so we can go just this. We are on flat ground, but we only have 200 units of grain to transport, so maybe this is perfect for what we need. Let's see what the line tells us. 242, really close. Let's manage, take one off, look at our line, modify. 215. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get much lower than that. But while we're here, let's take a look at our little diesels here. I do love the diesels. There's an argument to be made that I could remove the catenary from here, but honestly, I don't mind it that much at this point. It's more a pain to add it on later if you can just start with it. I know it's not as pretty, but for right now, we're going with this. If we're in 2050 and this is still just a diesel line, we're gonna make it a non-electric line only. 215. We'll see how this goes. I don't actually mind if trains sometimes wait around a little bit. Let's see how this goes. So you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. This is almost full. Great. You bring your bread down here. That's what we want. The 200 units of grain are gonna make us 100 units of food. I do like how they look, and the rail cars actually fit pretty well. I can appreciate this, even at high speed. Okay, we need to get all the way down here. I would prefer not to do a helix, and I think there's a hill. So we can either put a station right here, but then when we go forward or straight out from here, we will run right into this little mountain. Not like that's gonna stop us, but it may look a little ugly, but I think that makes the most sense for how the city is laid out. This station will serve as... gosh, look at this gouge. It's either gonna gouge or it's gonna go up right away. As an alternative, we can put the station here and kind of go around that mountain. I think I like that better. So this station is going to serve as passengers and goods station here. For right now, obviously just goods. We want to deliver to Petersfield everything we need, and obviously I probably don't hit any of the vehicles. I think it would be cool if we can make this into the... well, no, I don't like that. I think the truck stop for the goods should be somewhere over here near the station. We can build this out a little bit and prettify it. And then from here we can start delivering everything that we need to Highwycombe, Castleford. You're already at 30. You can maybe get a train that goes out there. And then down here, I would like to use a boat. Did I put it in a place where a boat can actually reach something? I know it's going to cost me a little bit of extra money. It's not ideal, especially where we're sitting right now, but If I can set this up... Not connecting, okay. Not blaming you. If I can set this up to have the building here, get some tentacles. Okay. Obviously it's not connecting yet, but if we make this a serious station, we can extend you a little bit, add a big cargo station or a cargo building, because this is going to be a big cargo station, and then we go add some more roads in front of here. Let's do this. Technically that's working, and I can see this being a thing. If we smooth this out a little bit, maybe it's a little more believable. I would like this kink in the road to be a little less kinky. So, if we do this... Nope. Plays along better if we... See, it does all this ugly stuff with the road, and that's not what I want. Can we make this continue? I don't want straight. Maybe that's my problem the whole time. See, it would be nice if we can make this also the place where the truck station goes in when we're done. So connect this to anywhere over here. Come down from there. I think I'm more inclined to accept this. Smooth this out a little bit, and now our train station is connected to our harbor. All we need now is a big truck stop. Let's do everything somewhere reasonable. Yeah, I like this. I like this. I like that the truck can go straight there. Can I get a connection to here? How's that look? It's not perfect, but it is not terrible either. What can we do here? Really not much. Don't want to mess with it too much. There's some... I think I'm good with how that looks right now. This guy, it's not gonna stay the station, or the station buildings like this. This will turn into an actual passenger station at some point. So can we do it? Yep, that's not bad. Right now nobody's living here, so let's just replace... Somebody's living there. Okay. Put a road around here. Reconnect from here. Continue. You're actually trying to come up here. I mean, I can only applaud that. So, let's get a little better terraforming here. And here, make this look relatively plausible. I know it's costing us money, but I don't want it to look ugly either. Okay, yeah, raise it up. What is happening there? Thanks, autosave. Appreciate it. Always welcome. Always a welcome sight. There we go. I think I'm almost good with this. I want to extend at least one line to there. And okay. Let's get some track in here. So yeah, I think a first try should be just as the crow flies. How does it? Is it considering even coming up here? It is considering going up here, but it's effectively underground the whole way. It's only 2 million, which really isn't that bad, but it's not quite what I want. So what we're gonna do is go out here, sling around to the left a little, and then start descending, but descend in a big turn. I would like to stay on speed. Luckily, when we go down, we have goods on us. When we go up, we don't. I don't mind having a quick bridge somewhere, but it has to be actually plausible. I think we're on a pretty good path to get down here. Like here, I don't mind having a bridge, but is it actually gonna come down enough by the station head? It does say it is. We are gonna buy this, but we're not gonna keep the whole bridge. Instead, we're gonna shorten the bridge a little. It's probably fine there. Reconnect this, make you an embankment. Now we have a little bridge there and a long path to get to the station. That was a little more painless than I expected, so that's nice. This is a pretty long path. Even though we're not going to transport a lot of goods, we're still going to transport enough goods. How are we doing here? Terrible. No, 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 no. We're not... No. I should have not allowed that level crossing to be where it was. If we do this... You're coming up? Feels like you're coming up. No, you're still going down. Okay. That's all I really want. You coming down. Okay, let's connect this real quick. There's no magic here. And over here, I think I just want this to split out at 120. Perfect. So we have one route that always runs, never has to worry about it, and the other route is a delivery route. Cool. Right now, there's no way for anyone over here to come across or go backwards. So let's give them that ability. There's not too much curvature, trust me. It's going to be relatively slow. Personally, I'm a proponent of having non-diamond switches, if I can avoid it. Not thinking they're unrealistic, I'm just thinking they make the game a little too easy. Sometimes there's a great reason to have them, like if you have a nice, large crossing with a lot of track, it's just not feasible to go and make a nice connection for everyone. But When it's a short one like this, I'd rather just have the curves a little smoother and trains just taking a very, yeah, smooth path. These embankments, I actually don't mind, so all that looks good. Do we have, can we get, no, this guy, you're being silly. I don't need you to come to platform number 2 here. You stay on your own, you have your own line, just run your own thing. Same with diamond switches. I'm not the biggest fan of slipping a switch unless it's necessary for space reasons. Obviously up here we don't have space problems, so we'll set that up. Let's get some signals on here. Another thing I prefer to do is not use one-way signals. There's a time and place for them if you get really complicated setups, but in general, if you give the game enough enough normal lights, it won't complain and will figure out what you want it to do. Let's see if I'm going to eat my own words, because I just said it that nicely. Game, don't disappoint me. Use both tracks to go down and back. Cool, it did the thing. And it's coming in on this line down here, which technically is a little slower because it's going downhill. If it could go straight, it could move a little faster, so we'll just tell it to do that. Definitely wait for full for your goods. And there we go. If we put a train on it now, and we should do that before I forget, it will just wait because nobody's actually delivering it. Maybe Petersfield is getting some delivered. What shall we call this? You are doing food import Peter. Let's hope I don't forget what I just named that by the next episode. That's usually what happens. So, this one is on a hill. It's not technically very... It doesn't have to be very grunty going uphill, but it needs to be grunty enough. We have... I do realize this is not really... it may not be a goods train, but I like it for the goods line because the top speed is 125. The cargo line, or the cargo wagons that I can put on here is 125, or 120. So it can go full speed downhill and mostly, maybe enough speed uphill. Put one of these on there. I really don't know what a good number is. Usually I go until this rating switches from good to mediocre. 144. We have enough money right now. Let's just do that. Food import Peter. Food import Peter. How? 196. See, that's too high. Let's make you 3 shorter, and that should get us closer to what we want. 123 is still a little high, but we may be able to manage that. Hey, there's actually 1 food already being produced for Petersfield because we are reaching part of the city, so that's not terrible. Let's set up some delivery lines. Wow, I am wrong. I am so wrong. All the food is in this little corner over here. I didn't realize it because our cities are so small, it actually covers everything that we need. So Petersville is completely covered. That is about 20-some 20-some units of food that go there. More food should be delivered down here. Yeah, we'll put one there. You can come back around here so you can actually turn around. Make this a truck line, and this truck line, we want to match it up with the need of, what are we here? Chromer. So this will be food delivery Cromer. Sometimes I actually indicate if it's a truck or a train line, but not today. What's a fast truck that we don't have yet? They're all 60, I think. All 60, you do 11, you do 14. I haven't used this one, so let's do this. 3, they should be small enough to not clog up the platforms, which is what we want. So now, if you watch the goods video I just published today, or yesterday, this week, the goods video that I published this week, you should see that our shipping and how these numbers are all coming together. So we are at 33 now. We have 70 items to go, which is fine. At least this train should make a good amount of money. Okay, slow down a little. This train should make enough money because it should always be able to transport all of the grain from here. How much grain is waiting? 42, yeah. As long as this transport number is 100% and our shipment is fine, this looks good. And if this train is not waiting too long, we're doing it right. Okay, next delivery. Let's go across here. I still don't want to put a road through the mountain. That just, it feels wrong. I don't want to. So we could add a truck stop there so we don't block each other or ourselves, but I don't mind having one like that. So our next delivery zone, truck stop there, the truck stop here. You're gonna wait till full, unlimited. We still have food, delivery, Wycombe. That's 2, and now gets a little more tricky. I do like the bridge, and it's nice that it was set up by the game and we didn't have to do anything. I hope I'm not blocking any of the waterways right now. We may as well just check it. Nope, can still get through there. Wonderful. Oh, nice. We have a tugboat. That's what I wanted. We have 200, 220, 130. Maybe. Yeah, maybe we go with the Schaffhausen. It's a little faster and it can do everything we need to do. Klondike. Klondike could work. We could even use it as no, we're gonna go for speed. We're gonna have one of these. We do need to set up a line, but first we need to build a second harbor all the way down here. Where do you want our goods? Right here. Interesting. Let's see, what can we do? We're probably gonna demolish at least one of these buildings. I would like to not do that, but I don't see... If I do it with a tiny road, we can. It feels a little bit like cheating, but then... This may be a small industrial road. It's not completely impossible, but it's not my favorite to do. I'm okay with having the game upgrade the roads for us, just because it's expensive if we have to do it. Let's connect this. I'm not a big fan of super straight roads. I don't know if you can tell. I do like to be a little more organic, natural, however you want to describe that. Okay, if we put a harbor close to these pieces of road, we are covering everyone. I'm okay with that for now. Alright, ship route from all the way out here down to here. This will be food import Stratford ship. So I know what I'm clicking on. Let's look at the guide on here. You ship, do this. I am not convinced that I told it to wait till full. No, I didn't. Unlimited. I need to turn off these tips. They're not very helpful. And now this ship is going to wait for a very long time before it can actually go somewhere, but that is okay. So let's see what our demand is now, or our consumer supply. We have 24, almost 50 for those. They should go up pretty fast, and then another 28 for this one. We're almost at 100. If we do one more delivery, we are going to be at 100. So this can be either a ship route, or a truck route, or a train route. I think it would be neat to have a train route going from Petersfield out to Cath, so we can actually start our main line. So for what we want to do, not sure if I'm gonna love this, but I'm not gonna extend the line from the right. I'm just gonna take this line. This is for right now just gonna be a very simple I wanted to make it a very simple goods line, but I'm actually considering a multi-purpose line with passengers and goods. If you play with some of the mods like the mail mod, that's actually a really cool, effective way to do your trains. For here, it could be worth it. Let's see what we come up with. If you do want to do a combined line for passengers and goods, you have to make sure that you actually select passenger and goods stations at the end. In Transport Fever 1, you didn't actually have to do any of that. How does this look? Close. You're trying, but you're not doing it right. That's not perfect, but the rail does not look great. I don't mind having a crossing here though. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flatten everything from here. Good. Yep. Very good. Good. Yep. Nice and flat. We're gonna take this back a little bit. We're gonna run a piece of road that goes straight. There's a little hump here just because how it went there. Let's try that again. Little piece of road, perfectly straight and flat. Cool. And then we're gonna take the piece of rail and run it straight across it. Nope, it's not playing ball yet. How about we do this? Give you a little piece here, a little piece here, and now we connect the road back up. That's good. That's good. And then we connect our rail to what's already there. I do not want to slow down to 99 there, sorry. So we just back it up a little more. Don't highlight the little exclamation point there. 120, 120, 120, got a winner. Obviously we're going to double track this very soon. I'm hoping that for right now we can get around that. Let's make this look like it's natural again. Kind of swerve up a little bit, the town is coming up. Where are we going to put anything here? The most natural way is probably here, but that would mean we have to destroy a lot of buildings. Do I wanna, let's run this again. Do I wanna destroy some buildings or go on the outside of town? Well, we're gonna have passengers and goods. Sorry, house, there's no way for you to stick around here. Autosave, thank you. Appreciate it. I do not like that. I don't love it here, but I think I can be okay with what we're doing here. Let's put a little road there. Connect road up to here. You're already connecting that. Let's go to our rail. Double station. I don't have to go through the city yet, but that is really the plan. That is going to be a bigger station eventually. Then let's get us some track. We are coming from the inside track from there, but it's not really the inside, so this is what we want. Yeah, just like this. That's totally fine. So the way it's set up right now, we are hitting almost all of the goods buildings. The only goods building we're not getting is down here. I don't know why it's not highlighting it when I highlight the station. I did it on the other one. But there's our food. There's the one food that we don't have yet. What I'm thinking, if we just expand this right now to be... There's not going to be a big passenger hub, so what I think we can do, or a big hub in general, what I think we can do is pretend that this is always going to be passengers. Okay. And let's put some tracks on this side. And then another on the platforms on this side. Platforms on this side are really more so that we can put a passenger building at the end. Put one here if we can. Small one. Good. This doesn't have any tentacles. Which means no one's gonna come in there. Nope, no settings, thank you. Nobody's gonna come in on this side, so... Try to place it somewhere we get some tentacles. Oh, it says it does have a tentacle right there. I was not looking right. But now the station is effectively covering the whole city for goods and passengers. Now, let's see if we want to do the dual purpose train. I totally think it would make sense on this route. Where is the station? Station is very close to where we already are. Yes, I think we're gonna make a dual purpose station. How we're gonna do that? I will show you how I do this in this case. It's really relatively simple. Let's extend this out. I'm gonna say down here is our cargo, and up here will be passengers. Now, this is taking the game mechanics a little bit. I'll make this a little thicker so it looks nicer. You can also put tracks in there. But for this station, it has Terminal Station 1, which is right there. For the goods station, it has Terminal Station 2 over here. So what we will do, which I will show you in a second, is just let it treat those pieces of the station exactly as that, as two stations. It will stop on both of them, but it will do exactly what we want it to do. Here, we're doing the same thing. Yeah, we're gonna put the passengers at the end because that's where everyone is. 1, 2. That's okay. We'll do this. Actually, maybe we can put a... Nope, not the big one. But we can put the medium-sized one here now. Do we need more than this? No. No, we don't. Not for right now. Since we're doing passengers, I'm more inclined to do double track right away. Should save us a little bit of a headache. Put that guy in there. Nope, I can see that's not doing what I want it to do. All I want from you is to follow this track exactly as it is. Just a little more. What is this swan neck happening up here? That's not... I'm gonna give up and actually use the outside track there. It's not like I had a real plan for it, it was just trying to be different. But this is okay. We're gonna... put a exchange there, a point or a switch, whatever you want to call that, and one here. And we're gonna throw some sorry, words are hard. It's a semaphore or a signal. That's what the word is. There, since this is going to be a passengers included line, we're going to make the signals a little wider, so hopefully... I would like to just go with 2 trains, that'd be nice. Put the signals here that they don't block the intersection. What happened here? We... Not a fan of when this happens. Just seems unnecessary. All I wanted you to do is follow the track that was already there. I don't think that should be complicated. Okay, but it decided this is the better route. Which it may actually be. It's totally possible. Click the right buttons, please. Very good. Yep. A little more. Right there. A couple more signals. One more signal before the station. We know that we will have to go into the left to deliver anything. Let's make it relatively fast. The other switch comes on this side. Put our light there. Light. It's not a light, it's a signal. There is a track out there. We don't use it yet, but let's pretend like we can actually connect to it. So maybe put a piece of track there. To me, this is also one of the advantages of using non-diamond switches. You can actually get to other places with more paths. I think it looks nicer. Anyhow, there was our last light signal right there. There's a signal here. We are... how's our city doing? I'm assuming we are 37, so we're a lot higher than we started with. Machines also went up, passengers is going up, everything is doing great. Let's set up the line. Now you have to actually figure out which line is first. So first we have a passenger here, coming there. Then we're gonna have goods right there. And then here it's the reverse. We first have the goods station and then we have the passenger station right behind it. And we have to go back. There are no goods to pick up here, so that's good. Which means we also don't have to stop at the goods station here, so we can just go passengers to passengers. Excellent. So what we call this? Pax G. We are going from Peter to Cass. And food. Just food. We're not going to say delivery. Cool. Obviously, you can't wait, or you shouldn't wait for full if you have passengers on your train. Ooh, I do like this though. I do like this. Let's do 123. We are about to upgrade once we transport everything. We are shipping 36, 36, and number 30. I think we can expand that train here very soon. Okay. The fastest cargo we can move is 120. Any of these. Which means we need to find a train that can do 120. This one's really expensive. Let's see, what passenger train are we gonna fit to it? The China Type YZ does 120, that's pretty. 180, 150. This one goes well with a Flying Scotsman. I like that. So either the Asian modern looking one or the BC4. Let's see. Electric, we have this one that could go with the Asian. Neither of these is okay. The Flying Scotsman. What we have here, 80 now. I do like the big boy. It's not really a passenger train though, so I don't want to mess with that. Here's a Flying Scotsman. I want to see if we can find a cargo. I don't feel like any of these really look good with the Scotsman. This is the other option. Passengers. How does the BC4 look? I think we're gonna go with this for now. That should be fine. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Good. I'm okay with that. I might change my mind here in a minute, but for right now, it doesn't look that bad. Okay, make it that many. By this, you are not what we see. You're the special one. It does look a little weird, but let me try to just flip these around and see if that makes it any better. I don't know if it does, but it might. How are you looking now? I think I'm okay with this. I think I am. We could change the colors of these to like a similar green. Actually, let's try that. Fine details overview. Isn't there a color on here? There is a color on here. How about make it all the same green? Ew. No, 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 no. Red? No. I don't hate the orange, I don't hate the dark green. Don't hate this, not the best. No. Oh, winner. That's gonna be our color. Okay. Well, that train is going. We should make sure that this path goes to... That goes to... Is it Cass? Yeah. The Cass line, we no longer need them to go to Cass. So, let's change this to something different. You can go to Peter Saw, Peter Crow, and the last one to Peter... Yeah, let's do that one. And then we can take this line and delete it. No longer required. We now have an empty bus station there. Okay, nice little train coming down. Wonderful. How are we doing up here? 2:45. Something is not... So, I've seen this happen before. I don't quite understand why that's happening. This train does not fill up correctly. And I don't know why it happened. If any of you guys can help me out, that'd be great. But I've seen this happen a lot lately. The last few times that I played, that just... There's clearly stuff waiting at the station, but the train is not picking anything up. Very strange. Very weird. How's our train down here? Let's make this a little prettier. Get some configure, miscellaneous. Let you wait under a roof. And put one there. I would like you to use an underpath. There's the other underpass obviously is in the station or in the station building. As you can see, people are coming out. That's all we want. Something happened. Anyone leave some goods here? Yes, 3 goods were placed. Nice and easy right there. Okay, there's passengers waiting for this train. That's exactly what we want. Now this train can just go home, make some money. Already has 25 on board. Let's enjoy this ride a little bit. I have to fix these the pylons. They're not flattering. Okay. So we'll let this figure itself out. If it does make money, I will readjust to have a dedicated train, obviously. But for right now, let's see how many pieces of bread it wants to drop here. More, that's nice. Has this boat made any money yet? You're more than half full, that's a good start. And once it actually goes down once, there'll be a lot of time to refill. So that seems like it's working good enough. This one, yeah, I don't get why there's funkiness happening here sometimes. Maybe there's an easy fix, but I haven't heard of one yet. I want to know what's your top speed going up this hill. I'm not gonna double you up, but... well, close to 80. That's okay. That's acceptable. You always gotta make sure that you watch your trains. Even just sometimes, even in the middle of a forest where your frame rate is dropping just a tiny bit more than what you really want it to be. But that's part of the Megalomaniac map 2, and this is also why we're really sitting in 1950 right now and not trying to advance. That's at 120. It runs top speed a lot of the time, which is important to me. Should be important for you for maximizing your money. Let's see, do we need to change? The frequency is 7 minutes and doing 150. What we have here, this frequency is 6 minutes, doing the 200 that it needs. So it really feels like we're doing just fine. But there's stuff just getting stuck here, which is a little weird. There's always a little bit here because we started out delivering. So that's that part. But that train seems to be working now. We can readjust it as we go later. But we have our first train line. And what kind of train line is already going? What's this one? 7. Ha! What rate do we want? Sorry, I get distracted myself. We want 3 times that much. So manage vehicles. 1, 2, 1 more. That will cause a little bit of a traffic jam for right now, but we will probably manage. There they are. Coming out. 15. Okay, by now the Flying Dutchman should have gone to Castle 4 to drop off stuff once. You're not making money yet. You don't have a lot of passengers trying to go this way. We will keep an eye on this. It may be a lot more efficient to take one of the little red arrows in addition to a normal goods train, but maybe this will figure itself out. I like when they do. Sometimes they just don't. Making the train a lot shorter may give you a little more profit, but I don't know if that will be worth it. If goods can be full, at least one way that would help. See, how much are you dropping off for me? Not dropping off anything for this one. So what it tells me is I should remove at least 2 of these, 1 of these, get 3 million back, and let it figure out its way from here. Feels a little bit like this one may be overkill now, but we'll let it run. See what happens. Capacity now makes a little more sense. Yeah, just wait. That's fun. That's really all I have for today. Everything is working. We are making money, surprisingly. Making some money on the railroad. We're making... I can stop click that button, I guess. We're making really good money on the road. We're making some money on the railroad. This is all playing on hard, so just so you know, we have a loan. Yeah, it's going to cost us about $500,000 every year, but we will be able to pay this off pretty soon. I think our ship is just about to leave, potentially, maybe. Yep, it has a little more to go. We could set it so that one compartment should be full at all times, which would make it leave a little faster, but it really only needs 8 more. What's your rate? 22. This is exactly the rate that we want for one ship. If we start shipping to another town, we probably want to increase that, but right now, 28 and 22, that's pretty good. That's really good. Okay, so when this one delivers the next time, we should be golden. It really doesn't feel like we should have to add another train on here just because this one's only producing 115 and we are transporting, what was it, 150. So we should be good for a while. Let's get this one home. Nice passing shot. I mean, this is just pretty. I thought I was only going to play for half an hour tonight and then be done, but I got distracted by trains. That's just what happens. So, yeah. This was a pretty easy run and should be pretty easy to edit, I hope. And yeah, everything is still working. This bridge is pretty. Yep. If there's anything you guys haven't seen yet that you want to see, let me know. Would love to make it more interesting for you. I think you're gonna give the last piece to the boat, and then the boat's gonna leave. The boat is leaving. Oh yeah. Only thing we don't have yet is airplanes. Let's close this. This may be the shot that I want later. I don't know yet. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Nice to have you. I'll put this on the YouTube in the next few days, hopefully if I have time to edit. And that's really all there is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know how everything works. Click the buttons that you want to click. I hope to see you again next time. Have fun. Bye-bye.